start spitting. Too much drive, need some power steering. Cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And his throw is incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go up, and this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mike Evans, 26 yards, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know it. Wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Fournette, a first down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39.
Now some
Green
movement
39.
before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here.
Right,
Second
now,
down
56.
and long.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wagner. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Albert Wilson, 57 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. A handoff to Fournette, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Gun! Over!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Over the middle to Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now the pitch comes to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Wagner forced out to his left. They're able to locate Wilson. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The pitch to Fournette. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Nassib. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very low.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They toss to Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Watching that, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Throwing on first down. Wagner. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ingram's got the first down and more. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Looking to throw. Wagner. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Albert Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Jaguars getting set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll look to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before break. Wagner. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. 53 is the light. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Here we go, Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's again to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Open space inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Wagner. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
He's going to go for a big play down, and it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
Back to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
Detroit!
A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustment.
And the Raiders have got him.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gone, 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 gone. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Hot, hot.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, 85 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Shifts by him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now he's going to throw deep back up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just
right, now,
don't do it.
Lucky 56.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking long, and that's caught inside the 30. Back now in the East Bay. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And some room to work. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mark Ingram saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now Leonard Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw on 2nd down. Wagner. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Marcel Darius coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The toss right. This is Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Hut! Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Hut!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319. Over. Hut!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Ingram again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Wagner airing this one out, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.